Like, how many of y'all are familiar with World Vision? Anybody? Okay. Is there anybody that doesn't know anything about World Vision? Okay. Alright, well, I'm going to tell you about it anyway. Alright. Okay, everybody's probably seen the commercials, not necessarily for World Vision, but of the kids on TV, they're real skinny and starving, and there's flies everywhere. Well, how would you feel if that was your child? If you had to watch your kid, starving, dying every day, it wouldn't be a good thing. So World Vision, what they do is, they go from countries, they're in about 100 different countries, helping about 100 million different people, giving supplies, food, clothing, houses. Their mission statement is, World Vision is a Christian humanitarian organization dedicated to working with children, families, and their communities worldwide to reach their full potential by tackling the causes of poverty and injustice. In about 100 countries around the world, we join with local people to find lasting ways to improve the lives of poor children and their families. They don't do this for themselves, and they don't make any money from it, really. They do it to spread the word of God by helping children and communities progress. By helping them progress, it makes them more liable to listen to what they have to say. Therefore, it's helping a lot of people learn about God. And you don't have to worry about them, keeping a lot of money for themselves. From 2007 report, 87% of the money they received went to the children in the community to help them, while the rest of the 13% mostly went for fundraising and to help keep all operations running. Now that you know who they are, do you know exactly what it is that they do? Does anybody know? They provide necessities like clean water, proper housing, clothes, food. They provide medicines and vaccines for preventable diseases that we take for granted. People in other countries are dying from this. They provide schools, healthy activities like playing ball. It keeps them from getting into the wars and stuff in their different countries. And they provide ways to make a living. They provide people with seeds, gardening tools, the clean water. Other than drinking, helps provide irrigation for farming and different activities like that. Fishing nets, just depending on wherever they are in the world, they give them what they need to make it happen there. They have people they call child ambassadors like myself who are volunteers who go around different churches, places, stores, setting up booths, looking for donations, people sponsor children. You can do different things like be a display volunteer. You go set up displays like we have at the front foyer. And you can go volunteer at different Christian artist concerts. Like David Phelps was here in December, I think it was. And you can go volunteer there and help support him getting children sponsored there also. The problem is there's 963 million adults and children who are dying every day from starvation and diseases that, like I said earlier, that we take for granted because we get vaccinated as children. They don't get this. They die every day from it. Every day, 26,000 children are dying because they're starving. They don't have food or they have a disease or something. There's child soldiers as young as 7 who carry around guns, killing people, other children, because of the conflicts they have in their countries. In other countries like Cambodia, they have human trafficking where they sell little children for unimaginable things. Because of the wars and conflicts in their country, they have displaced families. So people you've heard of the Darfur genocide, where there's 1,000 people got killed and everything. And right now in Zimbabwe, they have a cholera outbreak. One of my sponsored children lives in Zimbabwe, and I think about 70,000 people have got it, and several thousand have already died from it. Now, it's really easy to help to, start trying to fix this problem. One of the easiest things you can do is give a one-time donation. They have, different funds, like the Maximum Impact Fund goes to whatever the biggest need of the time is. That's where that money will go to. They have other things, like an education fund. You can give a certain amount of money to the education fund. It'll go to just whatever country needs it the most right then. You can buy different livestock. You can buy cows, chickens, they have ducks and sheep and all this. Whichever country those animals live best in, that's where they put them. That provides, depending on the animal, it could help with labor, or it could be nourishment for the children and families, and also helps with the way of living. They can sell offspring from it. They have medicine categories. You can give money for medicine. You know, you can send money in to help build houses for clothes, seeds, fish, and supplies. And they have a gift catalog that lists all this out that if you want to look at it, I have that one. You can also promote World Vision by being a child ambassador or signing up for the display program like I mentioned earlier. But the biggest thing you can do is really to sponsor a child. You sponsor a child, and the money that you send in every month, it goes into a pool for the community. That way it's not just that one child that's getting help, the whole community, you know, profits from what money you give every month. That way they don't have some that are dying and nobody's, you know, doing anything for them, and then you got some that are doing just great. This way everybody prospers from this. The little, you know, it's only, you know, $35 or $40 a month. That's what most of us spend that one night at McDonald's for the whole family, which we just lazy because we don't want to cook at the house. So, I mean, that $35, that's a month of food, that's a month of clothes, that's a month of clean water. Because a lot of people, if they're drinking muddy water, and it's not just that it's muddy or dirty looking, it's that there's diseases, parasites in it that, you know, they take a chance every day by drinking that water, but they could die, get a disease from it. So I just encourage everybody to, you know, think about it. You know, you can do the donating thing, and you can sponsor. I know the classes as a whole are sponsoring families, and that's great. But, you know, those are only 3 families out of, you know, the millions that need help. So I appreciate everybody listening. I was a little nervous. But, you did good. Thank you. But, if everybody could just really think about it, it's not that much money, you know. You could cook one extra night at the house. That coffee you gotta have every morning, especially if you go to Starbucks. You can feed a couple of people. Thank you.